I had to come here, as I already told you, that
Mm-hmm.
my spouse lives here.
Mm-hmm.
So for that reason. Then after coming here, I got a position of postdoctoral researcher in San Jose State University.
Uh-huh.
And I joined there just to continue my research work and not to have a break after PhD.
Right, right, right.
Okay. And after that, this situation arises, this COVID-19. And
Right, right, right.
so this is the current situation.
So you are working as a postdoc right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you know how long is your appointment?
No, actually, it's for 1 year.
1 year, okay.
I joined in October 2019. Yeah, it's for 1 year.
1 year, okay, okay. And is there a specific project you are working on, or is it's just internal project?
Internal project.
Okay, okay. And I saw your CV, and you had quite good publication. So you told me like you got into BITS Pilani Hyderabad or
Yeah,
somewhere, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, Hyderabad.
yeah, yeah. That was very unfortunate that you have to leave that job, because it's very very difficult to find jobs these days. That was a good job though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is your plan, Priya? Can you tell me what you're thinking now? Like now you are here in US and you have to work around the over here, right? So, can you tell me what you have in your mind? What you plan to do? What can you do? How much information you have?
So, actually, I think since I had a PhD from India,
Uh-huh.
so I'll have to do a postdoc over here.
No, no. What I'm saying is, what I'm asking you is, do you know, like, what are the opportunities you have in US, and how much information you have, or what you would like to do
No,
as you move
I
ahead?
have no information. I have no information.
Okay, okay.
I don't
And
have any idea.
no, no, that's fine. I can tell you something, but one thing I want to ask you: do you know from here what you would like to do as you move forward? What you want to do as a career? What you have in your mind?
I want to join academics,
Is that what you want to do?
actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so your preference will be to work in a university as a professor or something. Is that what you would like to do?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
understood. Um, okay. So another question I have: do you know if you have a green card, or you will have a green card, or do you need a visa?
Currently, I am on H4 visa, and
Okay.
I have a EAD also. That is the employment authorization document. So
Okay.
about that green card and those things, I have no idea.
No, no, no.
I
What I'm
don't know.
saying, your spouse, does he has a green card, or he doesn't? He's an
No,
H1.
he is on H1, H1
H1 visa. Okay.
visa.
Okay, understood. Do you know if he can get a green card? Did you spoke to him about?
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, I can tell you a few things here, just to be so that you know the reality and the situation. Okay, and what you have to do. So, to be honest with you, um, so there are a couple of type of teaching position here in US, right? So just like in India, you can become a professor in like BITS or IITs or NITs, or you can become a professor in a local university, right?
Yes.
It's the same thing, but just like in India, over here also, if you would like to become a professor in a university, like you should have a good publication, everything, you should have a good contacts. I'm pretty sure when you get your position in India, your professor played a very good role, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing here. So if you don't have that, then it becomes a big challenge. It becomes a big challenge, very big challenge. So I'm not sure that how easy how easy it would be for you to find a academic position here. To be honest with you, it would be extremely difficult. Okay.
Yeah, that.
So my advice to you would be is if you want to become a professor in US, one thing that you need to do for sure is you need to do a postdoc from a very, very good university if you really want to do it. That means from the top universities. So that means you should do a postdoc either at, for example, Stanford or MIT or places like that for another 3 4 years, do a good publication, and go from there.
Yeah.
So that's one way, right? The second thing that I would suggest you, so I won't suggest you to look for a job in academics because that would be difficult. Because I think it would be next to impossible in my opinion. It would be difficult for you because, as you said, right,
What about
you
the
don't have a
industry
PhD from
positions?
here. Yeah, go ahead.
What about the industry positions?
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. So next thing would be is to look for an industry position. For that, that's what I'm saying. For that, you would need somebody who can sponsor you, just like your husband. Somebody has to sponsor you.
Okay.
Okay,
Sponsor means
you need a H1. Like your husband has a,
okay.
yeah. So your husband has a H1B visa, which is called work visa. You will need a same kind of visa
Okay.
to work to work in a industry.
Okay.
And I think so. That's the reason I ask you, do you have a green card? Because if you have a green card, things become very easy.
Okay.
But if you don't have, then things become very, very complicated. See, to be honest with you, Priya, you need to understand that since you have come here, and for example, I can tell you, like my wife, she did her PhD from Japan, and then she came
Okay.
here, and then she started working, and then she has to go back to school, and many, I have people whose wife and spouse have came here after they got married. Some of them are staying at home, some of them have gone back to school, tried a different degree or did something. So what I'm trying to tell you that you would have a tough time in finding. Does your husband has an education from US?
No.
Okay. So he came he works for some Indian company and came here.
Yeah, he was working for Cognizant,
Okay, okay. So that's so
and after that he joined Walmart here.
okay. I understand. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you since you are here, my advice for you would be the easiest thing that you can do in my opinion is, even if you do a postdoc, let's say if you decide to do a postdoc or something, then you have to leave your family, right? You have to leave and go somewhere. I won't suggest you
Yes.
that unless and until the postdoc is really, really helpful. But what I would suggest you is to look for an industry position. So you have a background in simulation, right?
Yes.
Your work is
Yes.
mostly simulation. It's not experimental,
Yes.
right?
No.
So I think in that case you can work for companies who need so for example, look for a job in ANSYS. So ANSYS has very good. I think they have couple of offices in San Jose area.
Okay.
So go to ANSYS website and look for the position in San Jose, because you have already have a simulation background. It would be helpful for you. So I used to work for ANSYS last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that is one thing that you can do. Second thing I would suggest you to do is, if you really want to work in the area of your expertise, that is up to you. Otherwise, you can work at any software company or any company you want. So that's other thing that you can do. I mean, as I said, I don't think that's ideal, but if you have to, if you want to, work and want to do a job, that is another thing that you may have to do. Because as I said, I don't think things will be easy for you, to be honest with you. I am not sure when you left your job in India what you have in your mind, but things are not easy here. It's not at all.
Yeah.
And by the time you should know it. So I'm telling you the easiest thing or the simplest thing that you can do is you can find a postdoc some university, but then you have to go out somewhere, and that will be the same thing, right? The other thing, as I said to you, try to apply for jobs in companies who are related to your field. So look for job in ANSYS, look for job in
Okay.
Abacus, look for job in any consulting companies.
Finally.
Yeah, any. So for example, look for jobs in what they call civil engineering construction companies who do simulations. So design and simulation type of work. So
Okay.
yeah, so apply for all those companies. The only problem with you would be is they will ask you for a visa sponsorship. That will be a big challenge, especially now,
Okay.
because the visas thing is not very good right now. But anyway, that's a secondary thing, I think. But what I can suggest you is, rather than looking for a postdoc position, and I will send you some job positions. I will email you, okay,
Okay.
and then you can apply those. But as I said, look for companies who are doing simulation. So any company who do finite element simulation like ANSYS, Abacus, any civil engineering companies, any mechanical engineering companies who do simulations, all those companies, just keep applying, just apply,
Okay.
okay.
And I also
Yeah.
heard that this getting this job in Bay Area is very much tedious also.
I, I,
Is it?
I, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, it depends on what type of job you are looking for, right? So, for example, if you are looking for a job in core sector, so for example, I'm a mechanical engineer and I'm looking for a job of manufacturing, right? So then it will be difficult. But I don't think that um, uh, the type of profile you have, you would have extreme difficulty.
Okay.
I don't think in your case it is true, because most of the work that happens in Bay Area is related to computational simulation and all that. But
Okay.
but as I said to you, is another thing that you should also think for, that you may have to leave your field completely
Okay.
and then look for a job in software companies like anybody else that do. For example, in India, where when you graduate from bachelor's, everybody goes and work for Infosys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. So find a job which can pay you good, and just keep working to those companies. So that's what you have to do, because you have made certain choices in your career, and it would be difficult for you now to go back, to be honest. I mean, if you think, is there a way that I can find a teaching position? My suggestion would be, okay, another thing that you can do is, as I said, remember I said to you, you can find a job in universities, or you can find job in local universities, right? So look for community colleges that are around you, and try to find, if because many times what happened, the students, they go to community college before they go to school. So many students, many professor, they teach there. So you can find a teaching position there, that they can allow you to teach. that
Okay.
that is a possibility, in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
So look for a jobs in community colleges around your area. I to be honest with you, I won't suggest you to do a postdoc for a much longer time, unless and until you are really enjoying it, because the postdoc job doesn't pay you that much. And
Yeah.
at the same time, if you are not enjoying it, I'm not sure what you want to do. That's the reason I said to you is, look for a jobs in ANSYS, look for job in Abacus, look for consulting positions, look for jobs in mechanical engineering companies or a civil engineering company that need finite element simulation, because there is lot of R&D and design work that happens in US in these companies. and it can be a possibility because of COVID now, that many companies are saying that if you can do design and simulation work, you don't have to come to office, you can stay at home and work. So that is a very good possibility. And just to let you know, when I used to work for ANSYS, they don't have any offices, so you can work from home. So let's say, for example, do you find a job? Maybe you have to travel. Maybe you fly and do your job and come back. But more, your office will be home based.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are good paying jobs, and I think that may work well for you. And as I said, I'm gonna send you a couple of positions,
Okay.
and so you can just apply those. But that would be a best thing for you to do. Since you have already, you have to, all I'm saying to that, you have to just clean your brain that what is now best thing for me to do since I made this choice to come to this country. Because many people don't realize when they come, then it becomes much tougher actually, especially at your age. I came as a student when I was 20 years old. It's very easy, right? I have then all of my friends are here. In your case, the difficulties, your friends are back home,
Yeah.
and your culture is back home. My culture is here, so I can understand. I had friends actually. They came here after. So I have a couple of friends actually who did their PhD from IC Bangalore,
Okay.
and they came here, did postdoc 1 year, and they went back. They didn't like it. Yeah, so. Yeah, that is you have to you that is the you have to accept that truth now. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I know. I
yeah,
know.
because it will be to be honest with you, it will be a little bit challenging for you now, especially with COVID and looking at what time you are here and what age you are here. It will be little bit challenging for sure. I'm not saying not, but things will be okay. To be honest, it will take time, but things will be fine because now you don't have a choice for going back. So there is no point, saying I can do this. Or, yeah. So yeah. But as I said, the good thing about you is that your background and your expertise in the area of simulation, so that will help you. And it can also be possible that you can ask your husband to forward your resume to some of the consultants in the if he knows someone, some consultants in this area, in this field of computer. They call it what they call it in the software field. There are consultants who hire people in US, and
Okay.
yeah, so that could be another good possibility for you. Yeah.